EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Arizona Cardinals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Watch it now, Barney!
After the interception, here's Rosen. This is taken in by Chad Williams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Flush to his right. Underneath for Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Here we go now. Blue, land it.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. T.J. Yeldon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Robert Condici's pro day workout, I know it was only shorts, but that's about as good a workout I've seen from a defensive lineman in a long time. Incredible speed, quickness, and power all on display, and he used every bit of that to make that play.
He was such an athlete coming out of high school. I remember calling his bowl game in 2013 in Nashville. They lined him up and handed him the football as a running back. Well, not really a running back, a fullback, but he could just do a lot of things.
No doubt about it. The consensus #1 player in high school when he opted to go to Ole Miss.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
All right, let's go get it now, all right? Hey, boys, come forward. Come on out. Nicholas, 66. All right, let's go.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's Thomas.
Whoosh.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive #1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost. in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Lynch. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up.
Here we go. Baby. Set. 230. Double ball.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll run it with Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. Second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's third and goal. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is third and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
This drive started with first and goal. Now that it's fourth and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now. Roethlisberger on first down. And this one is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Here's a give to Lynch. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. Now Rosen on first down. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 32 that time. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now it's Rosen looking. And he is in for the touchdown.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and then... We're in the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. Point after, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Snickers.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger powering his way forward. Open man is Switzer, complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw again is Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And it's a fumble. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Rosen. Caught by Nelson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play action here with Rosen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Third down, Johnson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spins by. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And he rifles one incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trey Boston. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Here we go now. Boom, landing.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? they're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
Now it's Rosen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
4 down. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey. 4 down.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a 1st. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
4 down. Jack 16.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Snickers, you got to spin.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
We got three. Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, we got 3 out.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go to Johnson again. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Detroit!
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Double.
Ben to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And this is incomplete. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Andy Lee now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now out come the Steelers. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And the Steelers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Snickers, 66.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And back at the beginning of the year, they said they thought they could win 10 games. That's such a good number to shoot for. They achieved that here.
And why is that such a good number to shoot for? 10 usually gets you into the playoffs. An excellent goal, and they accomplished it.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.